Well, my life as a barrister was a short one because I went into, I was called to the bar by Lincoln's Inn in London. I went into a very fine set of chambers run by a certain Mr. Justice Buckley, who later became a Lord Justice of Appeal. And my two masters were both people who were very much mixed up with both charities and with company law. And I did both, in fact, there, and was a pupil to start with, and then went on and practiced for a very short time. And then I decided that, having done better than anybody else I knew in my first year at the bar, I made £42, and decided that as my father had just died, it wasn't fair on my mother to keep me living like that. So I'd always hankered after the City of London, and I went into the City of London and became a merchant banker, and that paid rather better. As a result of that, I did 12 years there. I became what was called an assistant director of the company, which was a very well-known one. And then I was suddenly called in by my chairman, who later became governor of the Bank of England, who said, "We want you to go to Australia for a year." And he said, "What do you think of that?" And I said, "Sir, this is so sudden." And he started to laugh. I said, "Yes," and he said, "Well, will you decide by tomorrow?" And I said, "Well, I am an only surviving child. I have a mother over here. I have a wife and 3 children over here. What am I supposed to do? Tell you that I'm going before I've spoken to them?" Oh, he said, "Dear, no, nothing like that." So anyhow, the result of it was, I rang my mother because I couldn't get my wife. She said, "Go, I'll come." And she'd been largely brought up in New Zealand and started her first career in Australia. So she worked for Packer for 25 years, in London, that was. I finally met my wife on the dance floor at Guildhall in London, because she'd managed to get there, and so had I, and we were supposed to be entertaining Princess Margaret. And in the middle of this dance I said, "How'd you like to go to Australia for a year?" And she said, "You must be joking." And I said, "No, I'm not. I've just been asked if we'd do it." Well, the result of that is that we've been here 41 years. I have done 3 jobs in the meantime. I spoke at a school not long ago and said every person in the school should be prepared to do at least 5 jobs in their lives, and probably more these days. And people started to laugh, I think, but it's not far off the truth.